Hey everybody, I'm at the warehouse. I just found this old, I guess they're all old birthday cards. But my guess is they're from, let's see if there's a date in any of them. I figured I'd show Gabby just because they had such great colors. This one opens up too. Look, see the little bunny there.
Wait, let's see. This one's for happy birthday 1-year-old. This one's for peekaboo today. Oh, it would make so much more sense if it said peekaboo today you're 2.
That would be a good one.
2 years old, 2 years.
Pirate one, I bet it's decent.
More 2s. Happy birthday to a fine grandson. Happy birthday because you're 2.
But I don't know. I've been straightening it up for like the last hour at the warehouse.
Hey, hello,
I have a lot of work to do in the warehouse.
Pamphlet. This one's colors are pretty.
My guess is this is like early '60s, Gab. Going by the paper.
This one. Wow. What the heck?
I think it says happy birthday. Let's see. Yep. See, there's the H. So it goes kind of like that.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that's cute.
No, I'm very confused. Now you're 4. Why is this?
I think that's Captain Kangaroo. I think that's who that is.
One.
I like the fishing one. Another cowboy one. Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's like a napkin.
It's glued in, yeah, I think. So, or
Oh, look. There's.
it's all the people from Yogi Bear.
Oh, that's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Like the little clown.
That's another. Ooh. Ooh, look at that one. Oh, Daddy.
So what one was your favorite so far? I like the Cowboys.
Baseball.
I like the space one.
Money train.
I bet they had cash in that envelope.
A birthday game for the birthday boy.
A little treasure map.
Yeah. Valentine's Day.
Yep, fire trucks.
More Valentine's Day. Ooh, look at that.
So I guess it's still
should've
Happy
did it
Valentine's Day.
Oh, this one has a date. 1962.
I was right, early '60s. So wait, he's
And this one
probably
has
7.
This one's 1957.
Yeah, so it was late '50s,
they all
early
have
'60s.
dates?
No,
This one has a date.
they just started putting them in on this one.
Easter 59.
Like that.
Baby's first Christmas. This paper
Here's a good Santa.
If you like fold it, like.
Well, how long ago was 1950?
70 years.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Wow, Dad, you keep breaking the book.
I did not break the book.
Yeah, you did. Look.
That's just the...
Hello, little friend. It won't be long till that magic night when I pack my sleigh for a very long flight. My list is all ready for those who are good, who mind their parents and eat as they should. My reindeer are ready, you know them by name. There's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. with a sleigh full of toys and me up there too. I'll be off on my trip before you can say boo. I'll travel so fast that you won't. That before it is day.
I must go. Oh, there it is.
The very last present will be given away. May this Christmas be one you long remember until my return next December. So I wish you happiness and lots of fun from early morning till day is done. Look at this one, Daddy.
I think these
Daddy,
are.
look. Howdy, grandson.
I think this.
1962.
All this is.
Math.
It's all the homework. So.
Oh, I just saw math. Ooh, what? Look at this, Daddy.
Oh, it's a picture.
Do you think it was a baby Bob Ross?
No.
Our son on his birthday. Feel this. Feel this. This is like fancy.
Well, I think that's all the. But I told you that you would like this book.
Wait, I want to see this one.
I think the rest is all
He's born, he balls.
schoolwork.
Grows, he
We're gonna go organize a little bit more at the warehouse, and then I have seed transplanting to do for the garden. So I guess, Gab, do you think we should list this half of the book?
Maybe.
I think we might actually put all the cards online, and I don't think I'm going to do all the schoolwork and stuff.
This one's old. Oh, this is a Hallmark card, Daddy.
A lot of these probably were early Hallmarks.
Hallmark.
All right, another tray of jewelry, but the best thing about today was I found some gold finally while I was going through the jewelry. I got this 10 karat bar pin, and I got this 14 karat button cover. So you get a lot of button covers that are gold plate, but this one just happened to be 14 karat. So 2 little pieces of gold. All right, I'm gonna try to get up a couple lots of those with the postcards. I figured I would make a copper bar while I was organizing the warehouse. It's about ready. Oh no, it's definitely ready. My crucible, this might be the last pour though. It's definitely getting pretty close to, I don't know, not wanting to, I guess it's kind of stuck. There we go. This is the last pour on this crucible, but whew, that is hot copper. It's about a 2-pound ingot, just a little bit extra. And just shut that real fast. Hopefully it comes out pretty easy. Cool down for a second, you can see it. The heat's all the way through the mold. Need one more second. Starting to get a good collection of copper ingots though. I think I poured with that crucible probably 40 pours or so, 30 pours. A lot of stuff I had to redo, but yeah, it was definitely hot. Looks pretty good though. I'll put it with the other, so it's about a 1 kilo bar or 2 pounds. And I got, I think over here on my little ingot shelf, I think that gives me 8 copper bars and 2 bronze bars. This is a little stack of pewter, but definitely fun doing. I made a few sterling silver and some other test molds also with that. Alright, I'm gonna keep on organizing. Mayday tree. I thought that was pretty cute. It is the first day of May, so alright. Gonna go back and work at the garden. Pretty fun. Well, made it back to the garden. We can see we added the top layer of compost to this bed, so it's a little darker. We're going to use this bed for vegetables. Those two beds there are going to be for dahlias. The lettuce is growing really well. We cut our first 2 heads the other day, but the thing that's growing the best right now is the broccoli. It really likes these nice cool nights. Has been taken off. Did plant first couple tomatoes. That's a tree frog in the background. And probably one of the biggest surprises is how big the radishes have gotten. Still have to thin them a little bit so they don't shade each other out too bad. But they are just enormous compared to how they looked last time you saw them. The other good thing is you can see the carrot rows really well now. They still have a little bit of time before we thin them. I'm going to wait till the first, so this is called a dicotyledon, the two leaves that come up. I'm going to wait for the first true leaf to come up before I start thinning the carrots. So there's definitely a lot of carrots though. I think we have 25 rows or 30 rows of carrots. We started working on this bed. We think we're going to put peppers here because we'll have the tomatoes, the peppers, and I don't know if we didn't plant the peas yet, but I think that's a job for the rest of the afternoon. Kale's grown really well. And my little electric fence has worked very good for keeping the deer out. Only other good thing that's happening are the peas are just starting to pop. I have peas planted all the way down the side of this bed. So the potatoes will come up a little bit later. And then the peas. I can show you a baby potato that came up right here. You can see him, he's just popping. I believe that's a fingerling. So another one right there. But since today's so wet, our plan was to work on transplanting the seedlings. I'm gonna go get some trays ready, and I think what we'll do is we'll transplant some of the tomatoes. You can see they have their first set of true leaves, and they'll transplant right into a tray like this. So definitely looks pretty good. Show you how I do the transplants. For years, I guess the way I fell into antiques was I was a plant propagator and never made a lot of money doing that. So I always had to do the antiques to supplement my plant addiction.
That's where you sold your plant at the flea market.
Oh yeah, but it just always allowed me to do the. So what I basically do is I put the plug in and then you push the soil in. If you pick up and it comes right out and you don't feel any tension, you didn't do it like you want to feel the tension of the root, so, or the soil pressure against the root, so that way it'll be able to suck up water. If you kind of just put it in there and it's almost like you're being mean to the plant, but really they won't live if you don't put the little bit of pressure against them. You don't want to push hard enough where you're going to snap the tomatoes, but I don't know, definitely is fairly relaxing. I had a little nursery business at one time where I grew a bunch of perennials, but in the farm we probably have done this I don't know, every year you do a couple thousand tomato plants and stuff like that. But you can see how quick it is. The only other thing you have to do after you ever transplant anything is you have to water, because they don't tend to do fairly well if you wait till the next day to water them after you moved them. So, but I'm going to work on, I got 4 trays here. I'm going to get all these tomatoes planted, and definitely I hope everybody has a good first day of May. If you haven't yet, please give somebody a call. I think I'm just going to do, if you want to make the label, yeah, I'm going to do 10 of each. Okay. But if you haven't yet, give somebody a call, and or please be safe out there. Everybody here is fine, and we're just enjoying a nice spring day. So thank you very much for watching. Definitely have enough to do. Everything's planted in a row, so that's how you know which variety you're in. All right, I think that's more than 10, but hey, they'll show everybody tomorrow. They'll come back fine. The one interesting thing about tomatoes is you can plant them super deep and they always root all the way up to the top. All right, thank you for watching. Peace.